If you like peaches, you're going to like this. Peach cobbler, 2 different ways, real simple and basic recipes. Anybody could make this. Peach cobbler number 1. I actually got a package of peaches. It's out of season right now, but I really want to try it with real peaches, not out of the can. We give them a wash and we give them a peel. Well, that became a bit of an issue because I'd never actually tried peeling peaches before. It was interesting, let me tell you that. Now, it's not related, but part of the reason I try not to peel potatoes is because by the time you're done, you end up with a pile that you don't get to eat. So as you see here, I got this huge pile of peach shavings that are perfectly good. I don't want to throw them out, so we're going to bag them up, throw them in the freezer, and I'll figure out some recipe down the road to use them for. So here's our peaches. Now the trick is we got to get all the peach parts off of the seed and kind of chop them as we go. So it looks like a good amount of peaches, and it sure is. Hey, if you got more, put more in too. I did find with both these recipes, while there's a good amount of peaches, if you're really a peach nut, which I am, I could have almost put twice as much peaches in and I would have been happy. But that's okay, this still worked out, so don't misunderstand at all. And we're going to put all these in a bowl. Set it aside. The next thing we need is some butter. It's about 1 stick of butter. We're going to throw it in the microwave and melt it. In a second bowl, we have, real simple, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a little dash of salt, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. So we mix all that together, and then into it goes 1 cup of milk. You're not going to get much more simple than that. And we mix it all together till it's nice and combined. It's going to be a little runnier than pancake mix, but not a whole lot runnier. It's very similar by the time it was done. You do want to scrape the sides of the bowl to make sure you get all the flour incorporated. Just like with anything you mix up, if you don't mix it right, then you end up with that little blotch of flour that didn't quite get mixed in. So double check before you go, and you can see there how it is a little runnier than pancake mix. Now hopefully it'll be okay. So our melted butter is going in the bottom of our pan, nice and even. And on top of that, of course, is going to go the batter we just made. You want it as even as possible. And of course, some of the butter comes up. And I'm already thinking this is going to be pretty damn tasty. Now on top of this is the peaches. And I had more than enough to cover everything up. We're not supposed to mix it, but I was kind of thinking maybe I could mix it, even make a little more batter maybe to put on top. Into the oven, 350, 45 minutes to an hour. And when it comes out, there's your peach cobbler. Here's our second one. You need cake mix, can of peaches, some butter, some cinnamon toast crunch. That's it. It's that simple. So into our rectangle cake pan, we're going to throw some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. About, I think it ended up about 3/4 of the bag, the box. And I took out a potato masher and mushed it around because you want it kind of crumbly. I mean, it will when it bakes. It's going to get all soggy and mushy together, but this is just a start. To it, you're going to add your peaches, juice and all. That's one big can, or 2 little cans. And you want that juice to be as even as possible too. And of course, I didn't bother cutting it. Your option. To do it again, I'd probably slice all those peach slices in half. So next comes our cake mix. Just a basic white cake mix. And again, the idea is you want it as evenly as possible. You don't want to mush it down too much, but you do want it even. Next comes our butter. We're going to take one stick and we're basically going to slice it into pieces. We're going to spread all the butter around evenly in the pan. And then of course I didn't quite have enough butter to go around, so I went and got a little extra. So instead of a stick, it ended up being a stick and a half. And that's it. Into the oven. Here we are 45 minutes later, and there's our second peach cobbler, just like that. Now some of the cake mix did not combine. I'm not entirely sure why. Probably it needs a little extra liquid, but there it is. That's number 1. That's number 2. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a bit. Try both. They're both easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients or a lot of time, really. And if you do, leave me a comment below. As always, give me a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. Share it if you like. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.